My name is Dimitri Poltavski. I'm an assistant professor at the Department of Psychology. Concussion has become a major problem, not only in sports, but also in returning war veterans with multiple head traumas. And research has shown that the more concussions one sustains in their lifetime, the more vulnerable their brain becomes to chronic permanent neurocognitive decline. Right now there are no really good instruments and ways to identify the chronic component of concussions. It's very important to find measures that may predict or at least place you at risk that you may have suffered previous concussions.
My name is Dave Biberdorf, and I'm an optometrist here at Valley Vision Clinic. I've been practicing for 28 years. We had run a study on all the men's and women's hockey players here at UND, and we did an assessment not only of their on-ice visual skills, but also their academic visual skills or their oculomotor behaviors when it comes to sustained reading. As a result of our study, we found that we could identify at least predictors of athletes who had had a lifetime history of concussion.
We used also a number of oculomotor measures that have been used in optometry quite extensively and have shown previously some type of relationship to concussion, to traumatic brain injury. And in our study, when we compared those measures directly, some of the oculomotor measures came on top.
There's a measurement of our ability to converge our eyes or turn our eyes into a near target, and that's called the near point of convergence. And that's a common test that a lot of doctors do to see how much stress an eye will take and when things will go double.
That type of condition, known as convergence insufficiency, naturally occurs quite frequently and oftentimes is confused with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder.
A friend of ours came out with a new test called the near point of fixation disparity test. So we added that to our battery, and it seemed to be more sensitive than any of the other tests that we had.
Convergence insufficiency seems to be one of those problems that accompanies concussion and that we were able to pick up.
The visual system is very sensitive. There's a 80% of your input is through the visual system, and being so sensitive, any neurological change in that processing may affect the visual system. Well, we're excited about the information because we feel that it might lead to a quick and easy sideline screener for players in various sports who may have sustained a concussion and aid in the diagnosis of a concussion. It also may help us identify when an athlete is able to return to play or return to learn.
Those subtle deficits, they continue to kind of lag behind your rehabilitation, and in their turn make an athlete or someone else who had suffered a concussion, not necessarily an athlete, more vulnerable to repeat concussions because those type of systems, those functions, have not completely recovered yet.
There's just so much circuitry involved with vision. Any breakdown in those neurological mechanisms can reveal a concussion.